Hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So talking about MMA today, as we've been doing all week. So talking about Budo 48. Now, Budo 48 going to be on Saturday, 7th of May. So just a week to go for obviously this fantastic event. It's going to be at Grangemouth Town Hall. This is going to have some of the top young amateur MMA fighters on this card across Scotland, which is absolutely brilliant to see. It's brilliant to see the young team coming out and obviously causing a storm, man. These guys come with absolute fireworks, which is absolutely brilliant to watch. So they're hungry, they're young, they're talented. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a great night for anybody in attendance or anybody watching at home. Now, anybody that does want to make the event, head over to Budo Fighting Championships. You'll be able to get your tickets directly through them. I believe there is still some tickets available. So head over. I think they were doing like general tickets and they were also doing VIP. So I don't exactly know what they've got left in regards to which tickets. But obviously head over there and you will be able to see anybody that can't make the event. There is going to be pay-per-view, which is always awesome to have a pay-per-view at events. So head over again to Budo. Budo will be able to give you all the details on that. Now, my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So Harry Welsh of JAX MMA. Now, Harry, again, another unbelievable young talent coming out of Scotland, which we're going to hear a lot more of, obviously, in the coming months and years. So, Harry, very, very talented, very technical, not just obviously stand-up, MMA, jiu-jitsu. Do you know what I mean? So, definitely a joy to watch. I managed to see him at a recent jiu-jitsu comp, and again, he looked good, looked really, really good. So, Harry, always a pleasure talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, mate. Cheers.
Oh, no, definitely, definitely. So, how's everything going with you then, training-wise at the moment, Harry?
Training's been going brilliant, man. Been putting in as much hours as I can in the gym, plenty of sparring, plenty of rolling. It's just been constant work, and I've made a lot of big improvements since my last fight. So, looking forward to showing that.
Yeah, even that last fight. I mean, even though you didn't get the decision the last fight, I mean, we've seen some of the stuff that you were able to do. Your stand up. I mean, you were hitting Yusuf with a lot of heavy punches. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what I mean? Even when he took you down, you were bouncing straight back up. Your cage work was good. Ground game was good as well. So when you were on the ground, as you were able to scramble and get back up, no problem at all.
Yusuf was a really good opponent. Like, he's doing really well. So it was a good experience getting 3 rounds in with him.
Yeah, yeah. We always say as well, I mean, obviously, it's good going out and knocking someone out in seconds or submitting somebody in seconds, but it's them 3-round wars that you have as the ones where you learn the most from.
Oh, definitely, man. So that spinning back fist that he hit me with, see, when I watched that back, I thought it was a hook at the time, but fucking hell, proper days, like.
Yeah,
Good scrap for.
Yeah. But that's the brilliant thing. I mean, obviously, the talent coming out of Scotland at the moment, I keep saying this every time I do a video, the talent in Scotland at the moment is unbelievable. I mean, you've got guys as young as like 16, 17-year-old that are now doing amateur MMA fight. In fact, you've got kids younger than that. So, and obviously you guys, I mean, in their early 20s and so on. Do you know what I mean? So the future for Scottish combat sports is looking very, very good at the moment, Harry.
We've got all the youth stuff and that going as well with the shin pads and that. So imagine what it's going to look like in 10 years' time.
Yeah, we see the videos as well. I mean, obviously, Dale. Yeah, we see the videos that Dale and obviously Jamie puts up, obviously Jax puts up, and seeing all the kids obviously in there training. And I mean, the kids look good, even the younger ones, man. The younger ones, maybe only like 10, 11-year-old, man, and they're already looking fantastic. So by the time they hit 16, 17, they're going to be phenomenal.
We've got some really good kids at this gym, like, so really good grapplers.
Yeah. Mate, they're going to give you a run for your money in a few years.
Oh, they already do, man. Nightmare throw. I can't keep up with them. They're too quick.
Brilliant. And then, what about Budo then? So Budo 48. So obviously the card itself. How did you find out you were going to be on this card?
I think Dale messaged the boy to get me matched, and I got matched. I think I was one of the first ones to get matched. So I've had this fight for ages, man. his camps went really long, but it's been good because I've been able to see big, massive improvements.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I've known for, I can't even mind that. I knew way before the Scottish grappling comp.
Yeah. Nah, it's good. A good card as well. I mean, as I say, we talked about the level of talent that's on the card as well. It's unbelievable. And again, do you know what I mean? All the young team are coming out in force on this card.
Yeah, it looks like a really good card. Like,
yeah. Is there any fight on the card that you, in particular, are looking forward to see? Apart from obviously your own fight, anybody you're looking to see, catch a glimpse of on the night?
Well, me and Liam have been down sparring at higher level, so I look forward to watching. Hopefully, watch Paul and Logan do well.
Yeah.
Who else is on? There's a lot of good ones, like a lot of guys that you see in a bit on like Instagram and that are fighting. So all the best Scottish gyms are there, so it should be good.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good night. Obviously, pay-per-view as well. It's always great being on pay-per-view. Obviously, being able to showcase your talent. So obviously, a lot more people, a lot more eyes on it as well.
I didn't even know they had the pay-per-view till you just said.
Yeah, they've been putting out the pay-per-view. As I said, Budo pay-per-view. So obviously there is the pay-per-view on it. So, but I hope so. I did see it. Do you know what I mean? They were telling me there is going to be pay-per-view. So I hope there is. Harry, I do hope there is. But it's always good. I mean, pay-per-view, it's always good to get on and do you know what I mean? People being able to see not just people in Scotland in the crowd, but obviously further afield, England and wherever else anybody's watching.
Yeah, it's good. Like, good.
Yeah. And then what about you then, the future? So 2022. So obviously I know you've been out doing the jiu-jitsu comp, obviously MMA. You're going to have an MMA fight next weekend. I mean, what are we going to see from yourself for the rest of the year then, Harry? What kind of things do you fancy doing?
Ideally, I'd like to have my goal was to have 3 to 4 MMA fights this year. But I'll take it like one fight at a time rather than not looking too far into the future. But that was my goal, to have like 3 to 4 MMA fights and then a few grappling comps in between. I think I'm going to do the Scottish sub only, and then Dale's, he's got his own grappling promotion starting as well. So that coming up. And then hopefully... hopefully I can get on that. I think there's an on top show as well coming up, so another Scottish show, that would be good. And then finish with a couple of MMA fights at the end of the year. That would be ideal.
Yeah. It's a big year. We're already seeing a lot of events. I mean, you mentioned quite a few there, but we're seeing a lot of events popping up. Not just grappling events, but obviously MMA events. We talked about on top. We've got Budo coming up. More than likely, we'll have another Evolution of Combat coming up in a couple of months, or hopefully in a couple of months. We've got Forza, and then obviously all the jiu-jitsu stuff. Obviously now we've got AGP, obviously Dale's promotion, so that's going to be coming up, and then obviously Scottish grappling and so on. So there's a lot of stuff going on in Scotland over the coming months.
It's good. Like, it saves us having to travel down south all the time.
That's
what it was like. There was hardly any Scottish MMA shows, and then there was quite a few coming up. So then a lot of grappling ones as well.
Yeah, it's definitely brilliant, as I said, especially for the young guys. I mean, the young guys, we love seeing you guys. I mean, you guys are definitely the future. You're going to be the guys that are going to be in the kind of shows like your Cage Warriors, your Bellators, and UFCs, hopefully, in the coming years. So. Which is definitely brilliant for any kind of Scottish combat sports.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the future's bright.
Yes. See, if you had to have a dream fight, Harry, who would your dream fight? So any MMA fighter, if you had to pick anybody, who would you want?
What, like anyone?
Anyone at all? Yeah. Who would you want?
Well, like professional or that? What do you mean, like?
Yeah. So let's say you had a dream fight. I want to fight. Like for me, the guy I would probably look at would be somebody like for me. Do you know what I mean? I loved Hensel Gracie. Do you know what I mean? So if I was to get a fight with Hensel Gracie, it would be absolutely brilliant. That would be my dream. Obviously, I know he's obviously a lot older now, right? But who would your dream fight be?
But like, my favourite fighter, probably. Well, probably McGregor. Get the money.
Nice. Get that red panty night. Yeah, McGregor would be a good one. Good one, as
Yeah.
he'd,
I'd probably get
but
knocked out just now, like, but you never know.
he's one as well. I mean, see when you fight him, it's not about just the fight; it's about the mental side and the trash
Oh yeah,
talking, and you'd have to deal with all that kind of stuff as well.
yeah. It's actually like I've been looking a lot into that since my last fight, like getting like sharper mentally. I've been working on like my mindset and that because I thought when I fought the evolution of combat, I got a bit emotional and I wasn't able
Yeah,
to control my emotions and I wasn't as relaxed. Whereas
yeah,
every time I spar and I'm relaxed, I always feel like I can do fucking 10 times better than when I get like frustrated or when stuff's not going your way. So I've been trying to work a lot of like on my mindset as well going into fights and
yeah,
try to keep as relaxed as possible and just composed.
yeah, yeah. I
It's
mean, I
like
did a lot of that.
it's a massive part of it, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did a. I mean, we see when I first started doing jujitsu. I know jujitsu is obviously a good bit different, but what I used to do was see when I had a big comp. Now, obviously, there was a big disadvantage for me because obviously I'm smaller. So everybody I was fighting was like 6 feet, 6 feet 2, 3, 4, 5, and all that. So what I used to do, and it worked, right? And again, a lot of people do the same kind of thing. But I would every morning when I got up, I would stand in front of the mirror and I would tell myself, "You're the king." Right? And I would
Yeah,
just look at myself and I'd be like that for a few minutes. Do you know what I mean? You're the king. You can do this. Do you know what I mean? There's nobody's going to beat you. You're the
aye,
best, and so on. And whenever I went and did jujitsu comps, do you know what I mean? I had that mentality. I'd already been doing it for like 6, 8 weeks beforehand. So by the
aye,
time I got there, I'm like, there's nobody beating me. Do you know what I
aye.
mean? And then,
That's like what do they call it? Positive self affirmations.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Ali, you see Muhammad Ali, he used it all the time. He used to tell, and then he said, "There's that quote." He's like, says something like, "I didn't know I was the greatest." He didn't believe he was the greatest, but he kept telling himself it, and then eventually he just fucking believed it.
yeah, yeah. So, and then I used to go into the gym as well, and the guys in the gym, obviously when we were training and all that, used to say the same thing. I'd walk in, they'd be like, "Here's the king, here's the king." So in my head, do you know what I mean? I was the fucking man, and when I went out, I was beating these guys, and I was winning gold medals everywhere I went, and it worked. It worked an
Yeah,
absolute treat. And as I said, I had that disadvantage that everybody was so much bigger than me. So when you walk into a fight and you're looking at a guy who's fucking 6 feet 5, straight away you're looking thinking, shit, this guy's going to beat me. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Because it's a natural thought. But because I'd been doing this the whole time, when I walked in, I was confident. I walked onto the mat and I was like, this guy, I'm going to smash this guy. Do you know what I mean? So,
that's half the
um,
battle. That's half the battle, man.
yeah, yeah. But it's that kind of stuff. What I know people look at it and laugh and say, "Oh, fuck that!" Standing in front of the mirror, calling yourself the king, telling yourself you're the best. But I mean, that's the type of shit that works, man. Do you know what I mean? It definitely works.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's
Um.
all met. I think well, obviously you need all the physical skills and everything as well, but like when it comes to actually competing in front of a crowd, I think it's more mental than it because
Yeah.
you could do amazing in the gym, like and then like if you watch your fights and then compared to what you can do in the gym and what you can do in actually when the pressure's on, it's a big difference there.
Yes. Yes. But the positive stuff is definitely a massive thing in combat sports at the moment. So, and then obviously just a quick hello from Olivia Welsh.
Oh, hi
Olivia
Olivia.
Welsh just saying hi,
That,
Harry. Oh,
that's my wee sister in Australia.
right. Oh, and here's me swearing and all that. So apologies, Olivia. Apologies, anybody watching. And then final thing for you, then, Harry. So obviously, again, I mean, we speak regularly anyway. So, but anybody you want to shout out to? So the usual friends, family members, teammates, things like that.
Well, big shout out to my coach Dale. Um, Dale, Jamie, the coaches at JAX, and then shout out to Liam and Joe, two training partners that have been putting in loads of sparring rounds, sharp tanking me to fuck, like beating the shit out of me. Then shout out to my mum for putting up with me being hungry, and then
Yeah,
shout out to my
yeah,
dad and my wee sister Olivia, and
yeah.
Becky, Karen, my nan, just loads, just Abdi.
Yeah,
I'll end up
yeah.
missing. Last time I ended up missing everyone out and got moaned at.
Listen, anybody that you've missed out, as I said, I'm sure they guys know exactly who they are.
Yeah,
So,
and just everyone at JAX MMA as well.
yes, yeah. So a big, just want to say a couple of things, obviously, about Jack. So a big shout out to Dale Middleton. Obviously, he's just had his knee operation, so I hope all's gone well with that. I know he's desperate to get back to the gym. So obviously, Dale, make sure you do take the time to recover properly. Don't rush back too soon. And then obviously a big shout out to Jamie as well. Going to be on Grapple Fest, 21st of May. So just couple of weeks after Budo. So obviously Jamie's heading down there for the second time, heading over to Grapple Fest. So hopefully going to get another win and 2-0. Hopefully 2-0 after the 21st. So again, good luck to Jamie when that comes about. So so there we go, guys. We're going to have Harry Welsh, JAX MMA, going to be up against Jack Foote, Urban Guerrillas. That's going to be Saturday, 7th of May. Going to be at Grangemouth Town Hall. Again, ticket availability. Anybody that's looking for tickets, head over to the Budo Fighting Championships page and make sure you do get your tickets directly from them. So, and I believe there is a pay-per-view. So Harry's got me now thinking, is there a pay-per-view? But I'm sure there is. We've definitely seen the details. So I'm positive there is a pay-per-view, but I'll definitely double check that. So, but yeah, again, there's one thing I forgot to mention is if you are getting tickets, make sure you do choose your chosen fighter, because the fighters are getting a little bit of commission from the sale of the tickets. So it's always good to put some money back in these guys' pockets, because at the amateur level, as we all know, there's little or no money in the amateur game whatsoever. So it's good that these guys are getting a little bit of money back. It might not be a lot of money, right? But it's always good to get a little something back. So make sure you do choose your chosen fighter. If you're not going to see a fighter, then just choose a random fighter, because that random fighter will still get the money as well. So yeah, definitely make sure you do that. So Harry, listen, always a pleasure talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, mate. That was good.
All right, but looking forward to say, well, I won't be there on the night, so I'll be at the SGI. No, I've got the.
Yeah, it's on the same day.
SGI is doing their first ever pay-per-view, so obviously the commentating, I'll be doing the commentating on the night at SGI. But I'll obviously be keeping up to date with the results at Budo, so obviously I'll be looking out, seeing how everybody's getting on. So, but listen, all the best when it comes, buddy. I hope all goes well for you. All right, and enjoy your trip. Is Liam at the gym yet?
Come on, he's just Snapchatted me, so hopefully he's on his way.
Liam, get your finger out, mate, and get to the gym. Do you know what I mean? So stop hanging about. Obviously, he must have just got up out his bed, right? So hurry up and get to the gym, Liam. So, but listen, Harry, enjoy your week. Enjoy the rest of the week, and good luck next Saturday, buddy. All right.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Take it easy, buddy.
See you there.